Commanders fans, hold on to this. Since Adam Peters took over as general manager, the atmosphere in Washington has changed, and changed for real. The offseason turned into a true battlefield, with negotiations happening at full speed. The message was clear. After years wandering in the desert, the Washington Commanders want to return to the top. And it's not just talk, it's action. The front office didn't hesitate to invest heavily without compromising the team's financial health for the future. But that didn't stop analysts from dreaming even bigger, with some even suggesting a bold move that could put the Commanders at the center of the Super Bowl conversation. Amid this whirlwind of changes, one thing stood out: Peters' confidence in the team's running backs. Cliff Kingsbury, the new offensive coordinator, made a point to praise Brian Robinson Jr.'s focus and dedication in his contract year. Austin Ekeler arrives as that veteran who can still be a game-changer, both running and catching passes. Jeremy McNichols and Chris Rodriguez Jr. remain as rotational pieces, and seventh-round pick Ja'Cory Cross-Gamerett is already creating buzz. But is this group enough to support rookie Jayden Daniels? Not everyone is convinced. Journalist Jarrett Bailey from Sporting News dropped a bombshell that excited fans. The Commanders could be one of the most interesting destinations for RB James Cook, currently with the Buffalo Bills. Cook hasn't signed his contract extension yet, and with 3,500 yards and 27 touchdowns in his first few seasons, doesn't want to be underestimated. Tensions are rising between him and the Bills, and Bailey believes Washington could be the right team at the right time. Think about it: Jayden Daniels at quarterback, James Cook leading the backfield, Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel as the primary targets. Isn't that an explosive offense worthy of striking fear into NFL defenses? Of course, everything has its price. The franchise already gave up its 2026 second-round pick to bring in LT Laramie Tunsil. Investing more, perhaps a third-rounder for Cook, would further tighten the draft budget. But when you have a promising quarterback still on a rookie deal, the time to act is now, not tomorrow. And there's more. Bringing in James Cook would also mean negotiating a new contract right away. The projection? Something around 4 years, $40 million. He will become one of the highest-paid running backs in the league. A hefty investment, no doubt, but one that could pay off instantly if Washington's offense takes off. Will the Bills hold on to Cook? Probably. The franchise isn't known for giving up rising talent, but that doesn't stop anyone from dreaming. And the truth is, the Commanders are at a point where boldness could be the key to changing their destiny. Fan, just imagine seeing this offense on the field at FedEx Field. The roar of the crowd, Cook's speed, Daniels' connection with McLaurin, the strength of a team that finally believes again. Even if the trade seems unlikely, just thinking about it shows how much things have changed in Washington. Fear has been replaced by ambition. And the Commanders, they're coming. And if you still doubt whether this aggressive mindset is the right one, just look at what Peters has already built in such a short time. This new front office isn't here for a slow rebuild. It's here to make an impact, to flip the script. And with the rookie contract clock ticking for Jayden Daniels, the time to act is now. This isn't just about winning in the future. It's about winning now, while there's still time to build an elite roster around a cheap quarterback. And that's where the name James Cook comes in as that extra ingredient. The cherry on top. He's not just a fast runner. He's a modern RB, dynamic, able to line up as a wide receiver and punish defenses that don't respect his versatility. Just imagine him opening up play-action opportunities, creating mismatches, forcing defenses to choose between protecting the short pass or covering open runners. A true nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. Sure, it's still speculation, but even this speculation reveals something important. The Commanders are back on the league's radar as a team that thinks big, a team that draws attention, that has exciting pieces, that finally has a plan and is executing it boldly. And you know what's most exciting of all? This is just the beginning. We know there are still doubts, adjustments to make, and tough tests ahead. But we also know there's something different in the air. A new energy, a feeling that this time the path might be different. Are there still missing pieces? Maybe. But one thing is clear: Adam Peters is willing to find them, to fit them in, and to build something Washington fans haven't seen in a long time, a team that demands respect. So if you're a true fan, stay tuned. Because whether it's with James Cook or another name we haven't even heard yet, this team is making moves. And it's not moving to be a supporting actor. It's moving to compete, to fight, to silence doubters, to surprise. And if you believe in that as much as I do, then it's time to show it. Put on the jersey. Cheer even harder. Because what's starting in Washington could very well be the beginning of a new era. Now I want to hear from you, Commanders fans. Would you support the team giving up another draft pick to bring in James Cook? Or do you believe the current backfield is already strong enough to get the job done? Let's not pretend we don't know how this league works. Success doesn't wait. There's no time to hesitate. Winning teams are the ones that see the opening and attack it with everything they've got. That's how the Chiefs did it. That's how the Eagles did it. That's how you build a championship team. And do you know what they all had in common? They capitalized on their quarterback's rookie contract to build monster rosters around him. And that's exactly what Peters is doing here. Jayden Daniels can't, and shouldn't, carry the load alone. He needs weapons. He needs relief. He needs a system that helps him thrive and shows the world why he was chosen to lead this franchise. James Cook could be that game-changing piece. The final gear of a motor ready to roar. And if the Bills really put Cook on the market, the Washington Commanders have the opportunity to not only strengthen their backfield, but to send a message to the entire NFL. We're not messing around anymore. We're here to win. And let's be honest, fan. Can you imagine the scene? Cook breaking tackles. McLaurin torching coverage. Samuel dominating in the slot. And Daniels calmly commanding everything like he's done it 1,000 times. The opposing defense not knowing who to cover, where to look, where to run. That's the kind of offense that earns respect. That silences critics. That turns tight games into dominant wins. Sure, we're still in the realm of possibilities. But if there's one thing we've learned this offseason, it's that Adam Peters isn't here to follow the usual script. He's here to write a new chapter. And so far, he's doing it boldly. But now the ball is in the Bills' court. Will they really let Cook go? Will they let one of the most promising talents at the position walk away at his peak? If they do, make no mistake, the Commanders are ready to strike. And if the trade doesn't happen, the message is still loud and clear. The future has arrived. Fans no longer have to live on hope. They can live on expectation, on confidence. Because this time, everything is being done with vision, with purpose, and with a hunger of those who spent too long in the dark and now want to shine. So, Commanders fans, stay tuned. Because the next chapter of the story could start at any moment. And when it begins, you'll want to be with us. Don't forget to leave your comment with your opinion about this possible trade, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the Commanders Fan News Today channel. Because if there's one thing the Washington Commanders are showing us, it's that the future is knocking on the door. And it's coming in strong. Now let me speak as a fan. As someone who's seen seasons start with hope and end in frustration. As someone who's tired of hearing next year will be our year, and still stays here, firmly believing the scene will change one day. And honestly, I want James Cook on this team, even knowing the price might be high, even knowing we'd be giving up a valuable draft pick, even knowing Peters will soon have to juggle the cap. But you know why? Because this is the kind of gamble that separates the brave from the complacent. We've seen this movie before. Several teams going all in around their young quarterback and reaping the rewards. Why can't we do the same? The window is open. Jayden Daniels has everything to be the guy. And if it's going to work, let it work now. Let's not stay stuck in mediocrity because of a lack of boldness. James Cook is the kind of talent that shifts the dynamics of an offense. That forces defenses to adapt. That creates mismatches. And the truth is, the Commanders need exactly that. Offensive imbalance in their favor, explosion, a real threat on every snap. I know it might go wrong. Every bet carries risk. But you know what's more exhausting than failing? Spending years avoiding risk and still losing. That's why, if Peters pulls the trigger, I'll applaud it. Because it shows that, finally, we have a front office that plays to win, not just to survive. Whether it's with Cook, someone else, or whoever it may be, I just want to see this team playing like the crest it wears on its chest. With grit, with pride, with a hunger for victory. And you, fan, are you with me? Or would you rather hold on to the draft picks and trust what we already have? Leave your comment, share this video with other fans, and subscribe to the Commanders Fan News Today channel. Because if your heart is already pounding now, just imagine when the season begins.